Let's just talk about what's expected to happen in a decade from now. India is set to replace China as the high-flying geese. Basically, in terms of growth and other aspects, the decade ahead looks great for India. It is in a sweet spot. And which factors really have worked in India's favor? What is the flying geese concept? And what is the decade ahead expected to look like? Have a look at this report to find out.
The flying geese paradigm. The concept took flight in the 1930s. It was originally coined by a Japanese economist. But what is it all about? Basically, it focuses on predicting the rise of Asian economies. Over the decades, a lot has changed on that front. And now, there is another major change taking shape. While the last few decades have worked out well for China, it is losing the advantage. And with that, companies are looking at other options to cut down on the over-reliance on China. This is a classic opportunity for India. And as per Nomura, things are looking great for the country. It is in a sweet spot and it is set to replace China as the high-flying geese and unlock its full growth potential. The churn as a result of the changing supply chain systems means Asia is likely to benefit the most. Led by India and ASEAN, according to the agency, structural reforms undertaken by the Indian policymakers in recent years, along with higher allocation towards capital expenditure, should help India's GDP growth reach around 6.6% per annum over the medium term. And support the rupee. India has already grown at a faster rate than other major economies in the world since the turn of the pandemic. With the Indian government placing a lot of emphasis on infrastructure development and becoming a lot more strategic around project execution, it has positioned itself well. According to the agency, there are reasons to remain optimistic that infrastructure spending and execution will accelerate in the medium term, particularly in India, Indonesia and the Philippines. And with that, India and other Southeast Asian countries like Indonesia and the Philippines have come out flying as Asia's new high-flying geese. So which are the factors that are working to India's advantage? A key aspect is the focus on reforms. Along with a stable political dispensation, there's also the aspect of simplification of the tax administration and schemes like PLI and friend shoring that put India in a good position over the next decade. And with China losing steam, the stage is set for India to take over. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.